Bienvenue et bonjour à tous. In today's class, we are going to see passé composé. We are going to learn French through English. Okay. This is slide number 1. We are going to start studying passé composé. Okay. The purpose of studying passé composé is to say I have eaten or I have not eaten in French. Okay. For example, we see I have eaten. In English, it is present perfect tense. I, subject, have, auxiliary verb, have. Eaten, past participle of the verb eat. I have not eaten, it is a negation of, that is negative sentence for I have eaten. Okay, see, when we learn passé composé, we have wide spectrum. Like we not only use have verb in French, we also use am verb, be verb. Okay, we don't say I have gone. In French, we say I am gone. Okay. But we say I have eaten in French. That is normal. But for some verbs, we don't say I have. We say I am or we are or she is or he is. We use be verb as auxiliary verb for passé composé for certain verbs. Okay. Okay, wait. Now we divide passé composé into 3 categories to learn. First is we learn subject. Second is we use the auxiliary verb être or avoir. As I already said, we not only use avoir verb, we also use être verb. That means we not only use have verb, we also use be verb. And we have this past participle. Past participle similarly what we have in English. And when we use être verb, we use past participle that accords with the subject. If the subject is in feminine, the past participle of the verb will be also in feminine form. This is subject, this is our verb, this is être verb, that is past participle. We have 4 things. When we use être verb, we use être verb when we use 18 distinctive verbs. When we have 18 verbs, we use être verb as auxiliary verb. And when we have this SE verb, that is pronominal verb, we use être verb. When we use être verb, the past participle will accord with the subject. It accords with the number as well as the gender of the subject. Next slide. Okay, we already know this. It's very easy. Subject. Je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, ils, elles. Il, elle. Je, I, tu, you, il, he, elle, she. Nous, we. Vous, you. Il, they, elle, they, feminine, only women. Next slide. And we have this auxiliary verb avoir with the subject. Je, tu, il, elle, nous, vous, il, elle. Je, toi, il a, elle a, nous avons, vous avez, ils ont, elles ont. I have, you have, he has, she has, we have, you all have, they all have. This is auxiliary verb avoir, that is auxiliary verb have. This is auxiliary verb être, that is to be. Je suis, tu es, il est, elle est, nous sommes, vous êtes, ils sont, elles sont. I am, you are, he is, she is, we are, you are, they are feminine. Only women. Okay, next slide. Okay, we have already seen that we are going to use être verb, that is be verb, as auxiliary verb when we use passé composé, when we form passé composé in French, unlike in English. So we have these 16 verbs: doctor, Mrs., wanted, Dr, Mrs, Van, Der, Tramp. Doctor, devenir, to become, revenir, to come again, to come back, monter, to show, rester, to stay, sortir, to leave, venir, to come, aller, to go, naître, to be born, descendre, to come down, entrer, to enter, rentrer, to return, tomber, to fall down, retourner, to return back. There we have started. And we have this arriver, mourir, partir. Arriver, to arrive, mourir, to die, partir, to leave. Okay, now we have this auxiliary verb. When we have this auxiliary verb, when the verb is conjugated, we use this pronominal nouns. M, E, P, E, S, E, nous, vous, say. And it changes with if the verb starts with a vowel. M apostrophe, T apostrophe, S apostrophe. when we use fourth slide and fifth slide. When we use fourth slide and fifth slide, that is when we have these two conditions, we use the third slide. Okay, the third one. This will be the auxiliary verb when the conditions are conditions agree with fourth slide and fifth slide. Okay, then we go to the sixth slide. We have two slides, 6a and 6b. I purposefully have divided this into 6a and 6b in order. Normally we have this, when we form participle, we have this regular conjugation, and if it is not there, we go to irregular. As for us, my advice is you have to use past participle irregular. Okay, past participle irregular. Check whether the verb is in this list, including these three. If the verb is in this list, this is the normal infinitive form of the verb, and this is the past participle of the verb. When we use past participle, okay, when the verb is in past participle, you can directly use it. Otherwise, if the verb is not found in this 6a, then you have to go to 6b. 6b. If the verb is not in 6a, you have to form a new word. You have to find the new past participle for the word. For example, if the word ends with, all the verbs end with er, ir and re. If the verb ends with er, you remove that er and you put e accent. If the verb ends with ir, then you have to put I instead of ir. If the verb ends with re, you have to put u instead of re. Okay. So jouer is to play. Jouer is played. Regarder is to see or to look out, to watch. Regarder is watched. Aller is to go. Aller is gone. For example, j'ai joué, I have played. J'ai regardé, I have seen, I have watched, I have looked out. Je suis allé, I am gone. Actually, in English we say I have gone, but in French we have to say I am gone. And we have finir verb, partir verb, sortir verb. Finished, left, exited. J'ai fini, I have finished. Similarly, we have also descendre. If the verb ends with re, you have to put u instead of re. Descendre. So, je suis descendu, I have climbed down. So, we have learned how to say present, how to say I have eaten, I have not eaten, including verb conjugation in passé composé. Next slide. Okay. What will happen if the verb is a reflexive verb? For example, the verb is se lever. We will use je. In normal conjugation, we use je me lave. I wash myself. When it comes to passé composé, this reflexive pronouns will come in front of the auxiliary verb, that is être. Je me suis lavé. Je tout est lavé. You'll say lavé, nous sommes lavé, vous êtes lavé. The most important, and you should not forget to use this, the most important thing is the verb past participle will accord with the subject in terms of number as well as the gender. If the subject is a feminine, you have to add e to the past participle. If the subject is plural, that is nous, we, that is plural, we have to put s after the past participle. Nous sommes lavés. We ourselves have washed. Okay, this is slide number 7. So far we have learned the subject, the auxiliary verb avoir, the auxiliary verb être, and the 16 verbs where we use être verb as auxiliary verb, and also we have seen the pronominal form of the passé composé. And we have these negations. This will be little bit advanced. So far we have seen some things. We have seen in the level 1, and we also have studied the level 2 of passé composé, and these things will be the level 3 of passé composé. This is your future topic. Next slide. Okay. We have we will see some of the examples of passé composé. Okay, il est accusé de tentative d'agression. He is accused of attempted assault. This is a passé composé. Okay, this will be the future topic. We will not only use for this 16 verbs and also for SE verbs. We also use être verb as an auxiliary verb for some conditions that you will learn in the next level of the French classes. Okay, now we come back to the level 2 French. J'ai passé un très bon moment. I have passed a very good time. So I is subject, A is conjugation of our verb. J'ai, I have, passé, passed, I have spent un très bon moment, a very good time. So we have learned how to say I have done something. Next slide. Next. Okay, I have taken some screenshots from some important, some very famous apps that you used to learn French. For example, j'ai invité mes parents. I invited my parents. This is actually equal to I have invited my parents. J'ai invité mes parents. Okay, we will see another example. Ils ont préparé le repas. They have prepared the meal. Il is subject, on is auxiliary verb, avoir, and prepare is past participle of the verb prepare. It comes under 6b slide. Like it won't be, you cannot find the preparer verb in 6a. So you will find it in here. Find it in 6a, 6b. Preparer, P-R-E-P-A-R-E-R. So because the verb ends with ER, you cut ER and you put E with an accent, so it becomes prepare. They have prepared the meal. Okay, you'll see some complicated verbs, sentences. Cette photo, this photo. C'est quand, it is when. I have fished. Pêcher is to fish. Okay, we will not exactly translate what we say in French. We have different expressions. Okay, we will say I have fished in French, not in English. We say when I caught my first fish. Mon premier poisson. Poisson means fish. Cette photo, this photo. C'est quand, it is when. I have pêché, when I caught my first fish. Mon premier first. Poisson, first fish. Okay. Il a été nommé ambassadeur. See, that it is something different. For example, we have subject il, we have auxiliary verb avoir, we have past participle of the verb être, and we also have the past participle. We have two past participle verbs, être and nommé, N-O-M-M-E-R, named. Il a été nommé ambassadeur. He was appointed as ambassador. The literal translation goes like this: I have been named ambassador. I have been named ambassador. This is something more than a passé composé, that is surpassé composé. Okay, we'll see one example and we'll complete this topic. Il a chanté pendant une heure. He sang for an hour. He has sung. He has sung pendant, for, or during, une heure, for an hour. He has sung for an hour. Or else you can simply say he sang for an hour. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.